Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for IDW Sonic the Hedgehog issue 25, our first milestone issue. When we last left off, nothing was going well for anyone. Spiral Hill was basically the last bastion of freedom against the Zombot hordes, except for Angel Island, where Knuckles is doing fuck all. Except it was no longer that last bastion because it fell to the Zombots, and it took Tangle with it, with her heroic last stand, fighting back her infection for hours in order to help the last civilians get away. And now they're stuck on the airship. They're probably going to Angel Island, but on the Faceship, Starline has summoned the Deadly Six to start his coup against Eggman, and we'll see who wins that bout. So yeah, let's jump right on into issue 25. Our cover here is Sonic, having a 2 and a 5, of course, because it's 25. Golden background with a bunch of other heroes. I see Charmy, Vector, Omega, Froggy, Big, Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Rouge, Shadow, Silver, Blaze, Tangle, Whisper, Cream, and Cheese. There might be more, but that's all I can see. So yeah, let's jump right. Oh, we have a new second page. Instead of the normal light blue thing, it's a dark blue, to the classical Sonic emblem. I don't know if that's just for the milestone issue or if that's just the new look. Story so far. Also, we're finally gone from the Cream's drawing. Not so long ago, Dr. Eggman went missing. After plenty of searching, Sonic the Hedgehog and his friends found the Doctor, living a new life with a new name and no memory of his past. They left him to his peaceful existence to deal with another threat, having no idea that they weren't the only ones searching for him. Dr. Starline, Eggman's would-be apprentice, found him and restored him to his evil self. And together they unleashed something disastrous. Dr. Eggman's metal virus is capable of infecting living organic matter and turning it into zombie-like robots, Zombots, that can infect others and that respond only to his command. Well, that's not quite so real anymore, as we know. Countless victims have been infected, including Sonic himself and many of his allies. The Zombots have ousted the Restoration from their headquarters. They have brought down the facilities Tails would need to manufacture a cure. The virus has evolved so they no longer respond to Dr. Eggman's commands. With Tangle the Lemur and her hometown of Spiral Hill Village having fallen, there is nowhere left to hide. Sonic, what's left of the Restoration's forces, and as many uninfected as they can carry, are retreating to Angel Island in hopes of a last refuge. I was doing so good there, but I kind of tripped up there. So yeah, I was right. They are going to Angel Island. And Dr. Starline has developed a plan to control the Zombots. But he'll need Sonic and Dr. Eggman's old enemies, the Deadly Six, to do it. Still in the fucking previously, and I already need water. Our roll call has Sonic, Tails, Cream, Espio, Whisper, Amy, Jamurl, Knuckles, Eggman, Starline, Metal Sonic, and the Deadly Six. So yeah, lots of characters, which is fitting for an extra long milestone issue. And we open on Angel Island, a flying paradise hidden in the clouds, kept aloft by the power of the Master Emerald. Its location is secret to all but a select few, including its sole resident, Knuckles. Knuckles is at the Master Emerald Shrine, and he looks out into the distance. That looks like a restoration shuttle? And Sonic jumps down. Is he infecting the grass right now? Because we know the grass can get infected. Sonic! Hey, Nux! And we see only, this part of Sonic's face is not infected anymore. Holy shit. Why do you look like Metal Sonic? Long story. Stay back. I didn't want to land on the grass just in case. Ah, that's good. So he landed on a paved path. What's wrong with my grass? Nothing. Just look. Amy and Tails will explain. I gotta get back up to speed. And Sonic runs off as Knuckles shouts, "They better! I want answers!" And Tails and Amy arrive. We see Amy is just completely out of it. Even though I get the feeling I won't like them. Meanwhile, aboard Eggman's flagship, the Faceship, and the Deadly Six have entered through the portal. Eggman's looking at them in shock. "Starline, you traitor!" "Not at all, sir. I brought the Deadly Six here to solve the problem you could not. I'll deal with you later. Metal Sonic, destroy for Daddy! Metal Sonic runs off. Please don't call yourself Daddy Eggman. But the leader of the Deadly Six gets this kind of psychic field that makes Metal Sonic stop. Tisk tisk. Honestly, Doctor, you know we can control your robots, and yet you send one to attack. Precisely why I brought you here. This is a Starline holding the conch now. You six will keep the Zombots under control, while Eggman researches a better way to contain the metal virus. You see, Doctor, I am making up for your lack of foresight with, excuse me, and the long pink member of the Six tries to attack Starline, but he blows on the conch, stopping him. Back in line, beast. But the Deadly Six member grabs Starline from behind the head and headbutts him, allowing the green one to steal the conch. So now the Deadly Six are in control. That plan lasted not at all, Starline. And the leader kind of pats the head of the green member. What was that about a lack of foresight? And Orbot and Cubot are right behind him. And Cubot, on this screen, he sees this kind of symbol-looking thing. But the conch! And Eggman kind of admonishes him, it only works as long as your lungs last, idiot. Then we'll remove those first. Now then, how did you put it? Yes. Metal Sonic. Destroy for Daddy. And Starline, realizing where the cards have fallen, activates the Warp Topaz, and Starline and Eggman fall through a warp portal just in time on the getaway. Rawr! This is the pink one. We had him! How are we supposed to rip him to shreds now? We shift our priorities. We've lost Eggman, but we gained his flying fortress. We took his means to create the metal virus. And most important of all, and he turns to Eggman's throne, we have the fabled Chaos Emeralds. Oh, I can't sometimes forget about the Chaos Emeralds, because they have had absolutely no role in this series so far. Which is weird, because they're the fucking Chaos Emeralds. Huzzah. So what do we do with them? The kind of goth purple one, they're so shiny and beautiful. I can't stand them. But their power is irrefutable. And the leader pulls one out of the throne, it looks like. He grabs the purple emerald and sticks it onto his chest. And we see this purple electricity kind of ripples through him, and one of his eyes has started to glow. Like all things, we take their power as our own. And Cubot comes up to him, Bravo! A+ plan, new boss. And Cubot what are you doing? Saving our servos, dummy. Play along so he doesn't take control of us. Oh, I get it. We're only pretending to like his evil, crazy plan. Precisely. Just act like he's Eggman when he's in one of his moods. So, like most days? And the leader kind of gets all up in Orbot's face. You would serve me freely? Of course, new boss. We really are quite spineless, both literally and figuratively. Orbot and Cubot were always my favorite characters of the new Sonic games because they're just such a delight. And they're kind of underutilized in the IDW verse, and I'm glad that's kind of changing right now. Then take us towards the largest known pocket of survivors. As you command, I'll be sure to log your orders so you're all well coordinated, too. But Orbot isn't actually spineless. He's communicating with Rouge. Holy fuck! That is a queen right there. Rouge is an icon. Okay. Very well then. And he grabs 2 more of the emeralds. Let's begin. Alone, each of us would command a few dozen Zombots at most. Empowered by the emeralds, we'll command thousands. Starline had the right of it. We will command the Zombot horde. Instead of random shambling, and each of the Deadly Six gets an emerald, which leaves 1 extra emerald. Instead of random shambling masses, we will orchestrate tides of terror across the world. We will bring total, utter devastation to the world Eggman and Sonic have fought over for so long. Once every living thing has been infected, and neither Eggman nor Sonic has anywhere left to run, then we will give them the mercy of a slow end, by the corrupted masses they sought to conquer or protect. Back on Angel Island. So Sonic has, after his dash, is now back mostly under control. As we learned last time, not super under control. But he's gone back to where Knuckles, Amy, and Tails are. Hey, you up to speed, Knux? You sure brought trouble to my island. Again. And just then, the Warp Topaz opens, and out comes Metal Sonic, Eggman, and Starline. Oh, thank heavens! We're out of range of Zavok's control. And Eggman looks up, and he sees Amy, eyes flashing, hammer at the ready, and in even worse trouble. And Sonic holds her off. Hold on, Amy. What? Sonic, after all he's done, you can't? Eggman has had every advantage. Why would he come to us without his army, his egg mobile, his anything? Something happened. He is going to give us a straight answer, or I'll infect him myself. Glad to see Sonic is both thinking strategically, with seeing, the situation that Team Eggman has arrived in, and is also very willing to use force. We saw last issue, he really does kind of regret letting Eggman live and letting Metal Sonic go during the first arc. And we see he's kind of itching to rectify that, if he doesn't give us a straight answer, Sonic will infect him myself, he says. Which is, not the forgiving Sonic of the first arc. Anyway, where was I? P-Brain let the Deadly Six onto the Faceship. They took over everything. A good idea, Starline protests. Just lacking in execution. And Knuckles, is cracking his knuckles. Ready to, throw down. Why should we trust a single word either of you say? And Espio cuts him off. Everyone, I just got word from Rouge. Hurry. And then soon, Sonic is standing on top of a chair, with another Restoration member sitting there who's very nervous by Sonic. Or maybe she's nervous of Eggman. I don't know. Because, everyone, including Starline and Eggman and Metal Sonic, are in this Restoration base. Or, the bridge of the airship. Glad to hear from you, Rouge. Eggman, Starline, and Metal Sonic just appeared on Angel Island. Figures. Turns out Eggman was powering his ship with all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Zavok has distributed them to the rest of the Deadly Six and sent them out into the world. With that kind of power, the world is in serious trouble. And Eggman gets onto the phone. Exactly how long have you been on my ship? A few days. I almost had a plan to steal the emeralds when the Deadly Six arrived. Now I'm coordinating with Orbot to spy on their developments and coordinate our counterattack. I can't hire good help, but I sure can build it. Is Eggman appreciating Orbot? And Tails just snaps at Eggman. You don't get to gloat. Tell us how to cure the metal virus right now. You can't. Yes, you can. I had a cure, I had a cure, but lost my research. Fine. I don't have one. I don't need it. My research found that as the metal virus mutates, it becomes unsustainable. Any infected heterotrophic eukaryote cells will eventually suffer a form of apoptosis. Autotrophic cells will endure slightly longer, but not by much. And Knuckles echoing my thoughts. What does that even mean? It means the Zombots will disintegrate. How long do we have? Tails is understandably shocked. 200 years, give or take. I'll have evacuated to a different planet well before then. He's right. And Silver's back. From Ice Paradise. In my time, all that was left were ruins and metallic plants. The future I came to stop is already coming to pass. Because of this monster. And Silver then collapses, and Amy goes to stop him from falling. Silver, you're hurt. Where's everyone from Ice Paradise? The shuttle went down to Zombots. I couldn't save anyone. Is my time doomed because of my failures here? So Silver has failed. He spent four issues trying to get a handle on Ice Paradise, and he failed. Is he always this melodramatic? You don't get to judge. And Whisper, we see, has Eggman in his sights until Cream gets in front of the gun. Please don't, Miss Whisper. And Omega, she's also carrying Omega, who responds, agreed. Eggman is mine to destroy. Move. And Cream pushes the gun down. I understand why you hate him. I really, really do. But Mr. Sonic and the others need his help to figure out a way to fix this. I want to see my mother again. And Cream and Chocola and everyone else. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to burp, but it's not coming. Anyway, I know I'm asking a lot, but I'd give anything to have them back. Aren't they worth it? And Whisper takes off her mask, revealing that her tears are just streaming down her face. Which is understandable, given that everything she's gone through. Eggman was responsible for all of her friends dying the first time, and then she finally found Tangle, and Tangle immediately died again. But Cream goes to hug her. Thank you. We'll stay with you so you won't be lonely. And Omega, always the one with the smart response. I am not lonely. I am enraged. Soon, Sonic is running on a treadmill to keep the virus down, as Eggman and the heroes are kind of working on their next plan. Okay, so we don't have a way to make a cure. Think, people, because I'm running on fumes here. So, just another thing wearing Sonic down. Sonic has not really gotten to sleep for several days, and it's starting to wear on him. Anyway, Starline says, let's tackle the issue in manageable portions. Perhaps the Master Emerald can neutralize the Deadly Six? No, we can't move it without risking the whole island, and we certainly can't lure them here. It's too much of a gamble. Knuckles glares at Starline, and you're not touching it. Perhaps Chaos Control, then? That's Espio, and Silver responds, Shadow was much better at it than me, and it only moves a target over a limited range. It can't change things. But maybe you were Supersonic. Could it work then? I don't think so. Being Supersonic means the Chaos Emeralds give me unlimited power, but I can't just do anything with it. And Eggman responds, have you forgotten the Chaos Emeralds are scattered to the winds with the Deadly Six? One thing at a time. I don't hear you coming up with any bright ideas. And Eggman clearly has an idea, like, with relishing his glee. I wanted you all to exhaust yourselves of your bad ideas first. It's simple. We'll use the Warp Topaz. Starline told me himself that it can cause massive changes with just a little charge. Pump the power of Supersonic through it, and he can warp the virus away in one fell swoop. What does that mean exactly? Does that mean he's going to warp all the Zombots away into, like, the void of space? And Amy looks at him. Did you forget the Chaos Emeralds are scattered to the winds with the Deadly Six? One thing at a time, and Eggman, clutches his head. Starline looks at him. You'll have to think of something else, because I won't allow it. And Eggman gets all up in his face. You talk as if you have a say in the matter. As the only expert on the Warp Topaz, I most certainly do. What you are proposing is exceedingly reckless. Creating and directing my warp portals is difficult. The components of my glove were built after countless hours of careful testing. Supersonic using the Warp Topaz recklessly could undo the metal virus, or it could warp space-time so badly the entire planet collapses. We have a safe haven here. We have resources. We can put in the work and find a safe, responsible way to regain control of the situation. We can still win. So Starline is still being evil. He is still planning to keep the metal virus and inoculate himself. But anyway, the rodent is living on borrowed time. This is Eggman's response. This place won't be safe for much longer, and I'll take any risk to ensure those blasted Zeti don't use my own genius against me. We don't have any better option. We're ending this. No, I'll find a way to finish what you started. You can thank me later. And he goes to use the Warp Topaz, and Metal Sonic grabs his arm, and grabs him by the neck. Starline's fear there is palpable. That's a fantastic panel. Thank you, Metal. Giving Eggman enough time to steal the glove. Starline, you're fired. And he makes a portal, and Metal Sonic throws Starline through it. And the portal closes. And the rest of the group watches. And Tails asks Sonic, "Are we okay with this? The guy brought Eggman back to his old self and tried to blow me and Silver up. Yeah, we're okay with this." So once again, like I said, Sonic is definitely losing the optimism that, allowed him to spare Mr. Tinker and Metal Sonic in the past. Watching all this, there is definitely a darkness to Sonic now that has very slowly slowly grown over the course of the series, which is good, because there's a darkness to Sonic can very quickly be, edgelord as fuck, like the worst parts of Shadow's character. But because we've seen this very slow burn into darkness, it feels earned, which is always good. Anyway, Eggman turns back to the group. Now, on to the business of the Chaos Emeralds. 2 are on the Faceship. One powers it, while the other is with Zavok. Rouge is an expert jewel thief. I'm sure she can handle those. And SBO responds, "That leaves 5 of the Deadly Six to deal with. Formidable opponents on their own, but now empowered by the Chaos Emeralds." And Silver responds, "So? We still have each other. We'll overwhelm them one at a time." Rouge said they were all networked through the Faceship. Through the Faceship, though. If one manages to warn the others, that's it. And Amy's thinking, so we have to hit them all at once. That won't be a problem. Eggman has his own thoughts now. I can scavenge materials from the shop. So many words tonight. Yeah. Again, my words are kind of failing me at this point. But we're gonna power on through. I can scavenge materials from the shuttle and use the warp topaz to build a multi-portal generator. With Rouge and Orbot's counterintelligence, I can send you all to your exact targets. Tails responds, "That's not the only issue, though. It would be better if everyone had a backup in case, So yeah, Sonic is aware of how little time he has left. "Yeah, I don't know how much fight I've got left in me. As Super Sonic, I'll be fine. But right now, I've got an idea." She snaps her fingers. And this is Amy. Let me make a call." "Call? Who's left to ask for help?" That's a really glib way to bring up the darkest element of the storyline. "Soon? Really? You call the Babylon Rogues? Fuck yes, we're getting the Rogues! I thought we wouldn't see them after the annual. They're thieves and they spend all day on a blimp. Who else would have avoided the plague and be perfect for stealing Chaos Emeralds?" Also, I love the fact that Amy has the Rogues' number. She can just call up the Rogues. Amen. I'm Amy. I want that story. How did Amy get Jet's number? That just sounds so funny to me. And Jet comes over to Sonic. "Sonic the Hedgehog, you're looking more pathetic than ever." "Charming as ever, Jet. You going to help us or what?" "Maybe, if the reward's big enough." That gets both Tails and I forget the one girl in the Babylon Rogue's name. Let me see if I can find their names real fast. Wave and Storm. So Wave is the woman's name, I think. This is what happens when I record super late at night. I get really bad channel manners, and I start looking for shit mid-video. Yeah, Wave. Alright, where was I? Jet, if we don't help them out, where are we going to refuel? How are we going to eat? Who are we going to steal from? I love Wave's practicality here. We can't be thieves if everyone is dead. Peh, we can figure all that out without stooping to being goody-goodies. And Storm walks over. "Back off, Wave. If the boss says we ain't gonna do it, we ain't gonna do it. Thanks, Storm. But I do like to eat." And I could have just waited another panel and would have found out their names. I'm so dumb. So Storm is also kind of on Wave's side, though. And Sonic comes over. "Jet, I get it. You've got an image to maintain. Your own way of doing things. But the fact of the matter is, I can't do this without you. I need your help, Jet." And Sonic, we see curled over, clutching his stomach, on his last legs. And the world meets the legendary Wind Master. Jet kind of smiles. It's really clear to both Storm and Wave that Jessamine won over. Well, if that's the case, who am I to deny the world their savior? Come on, tell me what I can do that Sonic can't. Also, a fun fact: Sonic is now standing on the grass, which and it's not infecting the grass, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Amy turns over to Sonic. Don't worry, I won't tell Knuckles. My ego's been taking a beating for days. I need to go for a run, but I'll be back for deployment. Meanwhile, at Riverside, one of the Deadly Six is, the long pink one, is controlling the Zombots, attacking the town. So, we hear Sonic's words, hopefully we can end this before it gets too much worse. Woo-ha-ha-ha! That's right! Tear it all down! Leave nothing standing! We see the Zombot is, torn open a wall where two civilians are hiding. Oh, trying to hide? Well, too bad. Beat the metal virus into them. And yet, they're dead. At Vista View, the orange member of the Deadly Six has been eating all their sweets. This is barely a snack. It's all we have left in town. No, wait, I can... and he's, grabbed by the Zombots. It's simple. I'm hungry. Feed me or I feed you to the Zombots. Now get cooking. At Orchardville, the goth one, nothing else quite pleases me as an unanswered mercy plea. The crying, screaming, frantic wails is all light of hope. It flickers and flails. There's some rhyming going on. Oh, there's two rhyming here. Pleases me, mercy plea. Yeah. Oh, a heroic final stand? How pointless. Gather round them. Take the children away. He will watch. They all shall pay. Does he only speak in rhymes? Sunset City is apparently still around. Though I thought it kind of... I guess they did kind of protect it during Crisis City. Anyway, it's the green woman has raided a jewelry store, I guess. This is all this town has to offer. It was a wasteland before I even got here. Why isn't the shopping here any better? This is not a Zombot, maybe? Nothing can suit someone as radiant as you? Good answer. I'll spare you for another hour. As for the rest of you, praise Xena! I guess Xena's her name. And Winterberg, the tiny one, forward, my minions! Let no heartbeat go unnoticed, let no warm breath be unpunished. The invasion goes well, Zavok. I can see the virus spreading through the forest beyond. I dare say this continent will be fully convergent in a few days. Proficiency I can only expect from you, Master. Is there more you can be doing? We see Zavok is kind of chilling out on Eggman's throne. I assure you, I am not resting on my laurels, Master. I will see to it we've infected everything from coast to coast by tonight. Tomorrow, the world. And we see his army of main characters. And the creepiest they've ever been. We see Jewel, Charmy, Vector. Vector looks so cool like that, by the way. Big, Tangle, the Chows, Vanilla, the Windmill Village Mayor, Shadow. At a certain point, it's not the important people. It's just the characters we know. But whatever. Also, I think that's the first time we've seen Big all series. Anyway, that's the end of the issue. Next time, Retaliation. Okay, so this was a long-ass video, as y'all can tell by the timestamp. And yeah, the world's going to shit. We do see the start of a counterattack. As for the first time, the heroes aren't just retreating. They're at their last base. And the Deadly Six don't know that they're there. So that's given them a bit of a leg to rest on. To plot their next move, to go after the Deadly Six all at once. They don't have time to regroup. Get the Chaos Emeralds, and let Supersonic combine with the Warp Topaz, I think, somehow manipulate the Metal Virus, which Starline sees as super dangerous. And Starline knows the Warp Topaz more than anyone else, and he's probably right. So I'm kind of worried how that's all going to turn out. But yeah, so bad things happening all around. Also, Orbot and Cubot are teaming up with Rouge, which is great. It also, though, does mean that Rouge is going to be the one fighting the main villain of the arc, which is certainly something. Yeah. So that's going to be fun to see. Also, Starline is gone, but certainly not forever. We'll certainly see Starline again. Even if he is infected, he'll be cured by Supersonic. So, Starline will come back in some way. And then, yeah, what all else there to talk about? The invasion is just... After everything we've seen, the invasion isn't really too much. It's just a little snippets of the death and destruction the metal virus brings. To me, I think the standout scene tonight is Whisper and Cream. It's only 2 pages, but it is just fucking perfect. Whisper is already probably the series' best character after getting her own miniseries. On Cream, putting all her feelings about Vanilla's death aside to focus on, comforting Whisper, and also, Whisper Eggman is the only chance they have, to stop the metal virus. But it's still hard, and that shot of Whisper crying is just a brutal shot. It's so good. Also, the Babylon Rogues are here, which is always fun. In for a good time with them. I just kind of jumped ship from talking about Whisper and Cream. And yeah, that's kind of where this issue leaves us off. Knuckles is back on the team. Eggman's on the team. Starline's MIA. The Rogues are here. And we're getting ready for what's probably going to be the final conflict in the Metal Virus arc against the Deadly Six. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. The issue in the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!